Hi guys, so here are some sites that have been doing really well for me. These all sites have zero backlinks. They were built on fresh domains which are answering some questions. For example, Adapting Slides. This site covers all shortcuts and questions about Google Slides. So suppose if you want some Mac shortcuts, you can go through this site and it will show you like what that does and stuff, and how to use text to speech in Google Slides and so on. Now all these questions are for Google Slides, and this is like a very niche site and it's working. This is another one which is Oil Therapy Central, which is ranking for all questions about aromatherapy and essential oils. Now check out the pages which are ranking. Essential oils attract bears. So this particular page is all about, do essential oils attract bears? Now all these are questions, right? Coming to the next site, which is eat.com. This is another site which is working really well. Again, like, let's go to pages. Can bunnies eat eggshells? Can bunnies eat okra? And so on. Now all these articles were obviously generated using auto-blogging. I use my own tool. It's for myself as well. And coming to this next one, pptassist.com, which has 17k traffic since the last 3 months. Coming to the pages which are ranking, again, like how to embed videos from Instagram in PowerPoint. Now as you can see, these are all again questions. It has a solved category exactly like the slides one. So I built out the slides site based on what's working with PPT Assist. I'll just simply replicate the same model on how I'm building my topical maps. Now, having done this for multiple sites, this is for Outlook Assist, for example, another niche inside Microsoft Suite. Again, like how to remove on behalf of in Outlook or something like that. We'll just go through the site. This one, it doesn't even have one menu bar. It sucks, right? But anyway, it works. So, yeah, how to split your text into columns and so on. So, what's the reason why are these sites working, especially the bunny eats one, which is all about like, can bunnies eat something, right? So if you check out the site, this is one of the reasons why I found what I think it's working for Google right now is, first of all, instead of just doing question keywords like can bunnies eat bananas and so on, like, I'm not telling you to not do it, I'm telling you to do it later on, because these keywords will bring you traffic. As you can see, all the traffic that I have on my sites are basically from question keywords, because these keywords have search volumes, right? But how will Google know that your site is an authority on bunnies, right? So you need to have some informative content and not just answering questions. So if you go here, there's information on all kinds of breeds that there are, for like giant size rabbits, large sized 9 to 11 pounds, medium sized 6 to 9 pounds. Now all these are informative articles, right? This is basically how Google finds you. Okay, yeah, you have basically covered everything about rabbits as pets. And I've also added internal links using auto linking. Come to the breed. So there are a bunch of different breeds out there for rabbits. I've covered everything. So the thing is, you need to have informative content which is surrounding your niche, and I've also started adding news articles. As you can see, these are all news articles which have been published. It's again using auto blogging. We have this news mode, and even auto blogging's news category is now populated using auto blogging news mode. As you can see, 14 hours ago, California modified AI legislation in response to Anthropic feedback. Now these are all factual articles which are automatically added to your site, and you can also add some internal links. So for example, I will try to somehow link it with your internal links, and this way pass the juice to your inner pages if you want to. Now this is all automated. I have scheduled news articles on autoblogging for the entire year, and every day it will find some news, it will create its own new one, and it will publish the article on your site. Now all these articles, they will definitely help your site, because it just adds on new articles that your business might need or your site might need. And also you can also add internal links to your homepage, and even some category size like pets, medium size and so on. So anyway, this is what's working. It is now very much obvious because all these sites have zero DR and they have a constant growth graph. So what's next? All these are small niche sites, right? So what I'm doing right now is I have booked a new domain which is called shortcutlord.com. This will be a huge site because I will be adding a lot of articles in there. For now, it has 587 articles, which is all about Google Slides. I'm trying to rank for maybe 4 to 5 different spots in the SERPs, and anything regarding Google Slides should be there, like iPhone, iPad shortcuts, and so on. In this site, I'm going to target a lot of tools or a lot of softwares out there. For example, Google Slides is one of those. Next, I'll target Google Sheets, everything about Google and Microsoft, Excel, and so on. Now, you can use ChatGPT to find out more tools which has a lot of shortcuts. For example, Photoshop must be having, Adobe Premiere Pro should be having a lot of shortcuts, and you can create articles on that. Next thing is how to find the shortcuts. If you are targeting Photoshop, shortcuts list. Now, usually if you go for Google Slides, even Google has a table out there. For example, slide shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts for Google Slides. This is a table, right? Common PC shortcuts like Control C and Find Replace and so on. Now this is Photoshop. These are all the titles like Result, Windows, Mac OS, and so on. Now this is what I've done for myself to save time. I've created a GPT for myself. Now Photoshop shortcuts. This is the list. I'll simply paste it. So it's now creating titles based on my particular format. So if you have custom instructions on how you want the title to be, you can use that. You can create a GPT instead of prompting it every time from the start. In the starting, first I'll find out all the different softwares out there which have shortcuts, a lot of them, and they are currently in use or very popular. Next is I'll simply find out the tables or list of shortcuts each software has, and next I'll pick up this list of table and paste it inside my custom GPT, which will auto generate article titles in my format. I'll then move on to autoblocking.ai, the dashboard. I'll go to bulk generate using CSV because I can download this sample CSV and create about 1000-2000 articles in one go in different categories. So I just need to create the title and categories sheet only once, and I can upload it here. Now I've already done that. If you check out the history tab on my end, like these are Google Slides, iPhone, iPad articles, Google Slides, Android articles, and so on. Now these were all uploaded using the CSV file, and if you check out these articles, these are actually live on Shortcut Lord now, so you can simply check it out. You need to have some informative content on your site which is not about questions, but it's about information. Like for example, hinduphilosophy.com. This is a new site that I have done. Now all these are different categories for Hindu philosophy, like Buddhism, materialism, and Chakra and so on. It's just like 60, 70 approx articles. That's it. But I'll start adding question keywords on in there, which will be about Hindu philosophy. Now this is what you should do. First, add informative content, like genuinely share information to your users and cover as much information as you can. And next is pick up question keywords from Ahrefs or Keyword Chef and cluster them so that you don't have duplicate keywords. You can go to Keyword Chef so that you can have a better idea. Now you can use Ahrefs as well, but I like Keyword Chef. It's very easy for me to simply use a wildcard and find keywords out there. It's a great tool. It's very cheap as well. I have a couple of credits. For example, if you wanted to find question keyword how to in Google Docs, it will find all the question keywords for how to in Google Docs, and in the middle it can't be anything, right? Now what I love about Keyword Chef is if you select this and if you click on get keywords, it will automatically cluster all the keywords once you click on get all SERPs, so that you don't have duplicate keywords. I'm just lazy and this feels like a no-brainer for me. The next thing you need to do is publish all the articles on day one, and I have been doing this myself and it is working really well. The main to find a niche to go into, and the next is creating unique titles. The hard part is to find out a proper niche, and Secondly, the next hard part is to find out how you are going to structure your informative articles. It should not just be question keywords with volume. You need to have unique content on your site which actually help users. So figure out how you are going to do that and just do question keywords in the end. Publish all of the articles, build internal links, and that's it. So yeah, see you in the next video.